Dear sisters, brothers, and beloved soulmates, I am Ramakrishna Vadapalli, the owner of this channel, dedicated to promoting a moral and spiritual society worldwide. Our main objective is to share the epic story of the Mahabharata, which serves as a rich collection of spiritual and moral teachings. This includes the Bhagavad Gita, a profound source of enlightenment for all humanity. I kindly ask all viewers to subscribe, like, and share this channel to support our mission. The Mahabharata comprises a total of 589 stories, each contributing to our understanding of life and spirituality. Please subscribe and share and support me for more likewise. Thank you. Yours, Vadapalli Ramakrishna, ancient yoga trainer. Bhima falls on rocks. On the Shatashranga mountain, Bhima, the son of Pandu, who had been born in the forest, was once being carried to the temple of King Pandu, accompanied by his 15 sons. Along the way, a large tiger, mistaking the infant in Kunti's arms for a piece of meat, sprang forward to attack her. King Pandu, a great hero and skilled hunter, immediately sensed the danger and swiftly killed the tiger with his bow and arrows. However, Kunti, terrified by the tiger's sudden roar and assault, trembled in fear. In that moment of shock, baby Bhima slipped from her arms and fell onto the hard rocks nearby. Rushing to him in alarm, Kunti and Pandu were stunned to find Bhima not only unharmed, but smiling and cheerfully waving his arms and legs in the air. Astonishingly, the very force of his fall had shattered the surrounding rocks into pieces, leaving even Kunti and Pandu amazed by the sheer strength of their infant son. Overwhelmed with joy and pride at their child's thunderbolt-like power, the couple marveled at the miracle they had witnessed. Citizens request the king to abandon Duryodhana. Many prominent figures of Hastinapur, including sages, earthly deities, respected elders, and other important citizens, gathered and approached King Dhritarashtra with the sacred Ganges in front of them to express their concerns. They spoke of the ominous signs surrounding Duryodhana's birth, pointing out that his arrival at an inauspicious time indicated the potential destruction of the world. Such a birth, they said, was a clear sign of disaster, and a person born under such circumstances should be abandoned for the greater good. They reminded the king, "You have 101 sons. It should not be difficult to give up just one for the safety of the rest." Quoting the wisdom of the elders, they said, "A single person may be sacrificed for the family, a family for the village, a village for the country, and even the country for the sake of the soul." Therefore, they pleaded with him, "Abandon Duryodhana alone. Spare the rest of your sons, save your family from destruction, and protect the people from disgrace." But Dhritarashtra, bound by his attachment and love for his firstborn son, remained silent. He could not bring himself to make such a sacrifice. His silence spoke volumes. And as he remained unresponsive, unwilling to part with Duryodhana, everyone, realizing that the blind king could not see reason, departed, their hearts heavy with worry. The emergence of Arjuna. After learning that his brother-in-law Dhritarashtra had 100 sons, King Pandu desired to have another son, one as mighty as Indra, the ruler of the three worlds. With that wish in his heart, he began to meditate on Amarendra and undertook intense penance. He instructed Kunti to also undergo a rigorous year-long penance. Indra, pleased by the extraordinary devotion and spiritual strength of King Pandu, appeared before him. Standing on one leg and radiating divine brilliance, Indra said, "King, your devotion has enlightened your soul. A son will be born to you who will be the slayer of all enemies, dear to all, invincible, and immensely powerful." With that blessing, Indra disappeared. Overjoyed, King Pandu summoned Kunti and said, "My beloved, invite Indra for my sake. May you bear a son equal to him in strength and glory. Grant me this blessing." Kunti obeyed his wish. Having completed her year-long penance, she invoked Indra by chanting the sacred mantra. Indra arrived, smiling, and bestowed upon her his radiant energy, powerful enough to rule the three worlds. He said, "Pritha, you shall bear a son," and then vanished. Soon after, Kunti's womb stirred with divine energy. As a goddess, she began to utter strange celestial sounds. Months passed. In the month of Falguna, under the star of Falguna, Kunti gave birth to a radiant male child. Flowers showered from the heavens. A voice from the sky declared, "This child will become a hero capable of even defeating Lord Shiva." He will flourish under the name Falguna." The good and noble people rejoiced. Apsaras danced, Gandharvas sang, and the season of spring painted the world in color. "O people! That Falguna is none other than your great-grandfather, Arjuna. Because he was born under the star of Falguna and to Pritha, he was also called Partha." Birth of Nakula and Sahadeva. The eldest wife, Gandhari, had become a mother to 100 sons, while her co-wife, Kunti, had already given birth to 3 sons. Left childless, Madri, feeling lonely and saddened like an orphan, approached King Pandu one day in solitude and expressed her sorrow. She said, "Being a co-wife, it may seem like a favor to ask, but please request Kunti to teach me the mantra too." Pandu, deeply moved and saddened that he had not considered Madri's feelings until then, consoled her and promised to speak to Kunti. After a few days, noticing Kunti still in a state of thoughtful silence, Pandu gently brought up the matter. "My desire for children is not yet fulfilled. I have already troubled you 3 times. Oh, Madri," he said, and whispered the truth into Kunti's ear. Kunti, with a kind and open heart, agreed and taught Madri the sacred mantra. Madri then invoked the Ashwini Kumaras, the twin divine physicians, with her incantation. Pleased with her devotion, the Ashwini gods blessed her, and through their grace, Madri gave birth to twin sons at once. Kunti was amazed by Madri's intelligence and fortune in bearing 2 sons simultaneously. "O Janamajaya!" The twin sons born from Madri's womb would later be known as Nakula and Sahadeva. Upon hearing the joyous news of the birth of the Pandavas, Vasudeva, the brother of Kunti, Pritha, was elated. As their maternal uncle, he sent his priest, Kashyapa, to the Shatashringa mountain with priceless gifts to bless them. Gradually, all the appropriate Vedic rituals, including the Chalopanyayana, ceremonial shaving and initiation into learning, were performed for the sons of Pandu. Under the guidance of sage Kashyapa, the Pandavas began to study the Sama Veda. King Pandu, having fulfilled his duties as a father, remained calm and spent his days in continued penance and peace. Death of King Pandu. Madri was the most beautiful of Pandu's 2 wives. One day, while Kunti was in the hermitage worshipping a Brahmin, King Pandu took Madri with him to admire the beauty of the surrounding forest. It was springtime, and the forest was in full bloom, lush, fragrant, and enchanting. Madri was adorned with various sweet-smelling flowers, and her beauty overwhelmed Pandu. Captivated by her charm, his heart filled with desire, and he longed for union with her. Madri, however, refused, reminding him of the sage's curse that foretold death upon intimacy. But fate intervened. Pandu, unable to restrain his emotions, ignored her warnings and embraced her tightly. Though Madri resisted, she could not stop him. Overcome by passion, Pandu broke the curse's condition and died instantly. Madri, stricken with grief, cried out in pain. Hearing her cries, Kunti rushed to the scene and found Madri weeping bitterly, lying upon her husband's lifeless body. As Kunti prepared to ascend the pyre and follow her husband in death, Madri stopped her. "It is I who caused his death," she said with sorrow. "Therefore, I must accompany him. You are the elder and the rightful one. Please raise my children as your own." With these final words, Madri joined Pandu on his funeral pyre and gave up her life, choosing to follow him in death.